So in this question, I have a list of ingredients which are used for making 30 biscuits. So here we have 225 grams of butter, 110 grams of caster sugar, 275 grams of plain flour, and then 75 grams of chocolate chips. I'm then told that Lucas has the following ingredients. So he has 900 grams of butter, 1,000 grams of caster sugar, 1,000 of plain flour, and then 225 grams of chocolate chips. And I'm asked to use this information in order to work out what the greatest number of biscuits that Lucas can make is. So initially here, I'm thinking that if you can make a batch of 30 biscuits with these ingredients, we need to be looking how many batches we can make with the ingredients we have here. However, each separate ingredient is going to basically entail a different number of batches that we could make from it. So we need to look for the ingredient that is basically the limiting factor here and the one that you could make the least amount of batches from, because we can't make more batches if there's not enough of one ingredient. So starting with the first ingredient here, if we work through them one by one, if we have 900 grams of butter and you need 225 grams of butter to make 30 biscuits, if we take the 900 and divide it by the 225, then we're going to work out how many batches of these 30 biscuits we can make. And that's going to give us an answer of 4 batches. And we can just do the same for all of the ingredients in order to see which one is going to give us the lowest number, and that's going to be the number of batches that we can make. So similarly here, we take the 1,000 and then I'm going to divide that by the 110, which is required for one batch, and that gives me an answer of 9.09 to a couple of decimal places there. Similarly, 1,000 here divided by this 275 from the question. And this one is going to give me an answer of 3.6. And then finally, 225 divided by 75. And this time we get an answer of 3. Now if I look down these numbers of batches, the lowest number here we have is 3. So the chocolate chips are effectively the limiting factor here. They're the ingredient that stop us from making more batches with the ingredients that we have. So in this instance, if 3 is the lowest, then we can use this to work out the number of biscuits we can make. So if we can make 3 lots of what we're given in the question, which is 30 biscuits, we can do 3 multiplied by this 30 to get an answer of 90. And that is going to give us the correct number for the greatest number of biscuits that Lucas can make. So 90 biscuits is correct. So then here, if I look at how the marks were awarded for this question, the first mark is for a process to find the number of batches for at least 2 ingredients. So once I got to the caster sugar, that would have gained me the first mark for finding 2 of these. And then this mark could have been awarded for other things to start the process, for example, like a full method to find the maximum number of biscuits for one ingredient, or the amount required for one biscuit for at least 2 ingredients. There's a couple of different ways you could go about gaining this first mark, but just something to start off this process. The second mark's for a complete process to find the maximum number of biscuits after you've considered at least 3 of the ingredients. So getting to this stage where 3 multiplied by 30, that would give me the second mark. And then the final mark is for this correct answer of 90 biscuits at the end here.